I wanted to actually go back to this. I want to back up and show you this slide right here. So on the right side, you see this 2D drawing. This is the source drawing that we're using for this turning operation. As you can see, it's got some basic dimensions on it. Some things to note is the 2.5" -8 MPT tapered external thread, which we're going to go over. And we got a number of inner diameters. We're going to be drilling most of this out and doing our finishing operation inside, and then obviously all of the outside roughing and finishing. We do have a groove here that we're going to be O-ring groove that we're going to be machining out. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So this is VisualCAD-CAM 2025. As you can see, what I did was I got rid of all the dimensions, and all we have is a curve. Okay, it's a closed curve. Now, one thing I want to note about your geometry is that all of your turning operations are going to be derived from this profile. So you need to make sure that your profile exactly adheres to the end result that you want in your turned part. I would even go so far as to say to decrease the system tolerances, the CAD tolerances. If you're in VisualCAD, you can do that from the main menu up here. You can do that from up here. And then if you're doing in Rhino, obviously you can do it from the main menu, tools menu in Rhino. You can set the default CAD preferences. I would jack that up to 6 decimal places. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to make it better. And also, if you're bringing in a drawing, import your drawing after you set your CAD tolerances, and you should be all set. One other thing that we did here is we added some points. You see these points right here, and those are just some quick reference points on the profile that I can click to as we go through this. So as you can see, we have a point here on the theoretical endpoint, tapered endpoint of the thread. We have our start point of the thread. Important to note here is this point here is the actual backside of our part. And if you'll notice, we extended the part out. Okay, let's turn this off. We extended the part out. Let me turn on this WCS. So here's the CAD origin. You want to make sure that your profile is moved to the x-axis. Okay, so we removed all of our geometry on the other side. All we have is a section view, and it's located at the XYZ origin in your CAD system. Okay, and if you'll note, we extended our part a ½ inch along the x-axis, and then we closed it off. So the reason I'm doing that is for typically every part, you're going to want to part that off at the back side. So you need to have some material, part material defined that you can cut off. And also some of your tool paths may extend a little bit past, okay, your part Z0 in effect. And you want to have some little bit extra material so that those tools can, go a little bit past the end without getting a limit warning. So we extended it out a ½ inch. Now for the part, we mentioned that we drew our profile ahead of time. If you have a 3-dimensional part that's a surface model and it's completely revolved already, you can use that. Just use the part solid section of the dialog and select your solid geometry, and it will calculate and draw this profile for you. Okay, in our case, we're going to be using the part curve section because we already have our profile drawn. So let's go ahead and remove that. And we just select our curves. Again, this is a closed curve all the way around. We're just going to pick our curve, right click, and we got our profile set up, and we're going to pick save. So here you see we got the turn part silhouetted, defined, and here's our profile.